You're a fucking peasant. Shove your opinion up Ramj's ass, because both of you are plebs who think they understand the game, but in reality know nothing.
Hey guys, it's Greg. Just a little disclaimer, there's a particular section of this video that was written while War Thunder was in patch 1.35, and at the time I had no idea about the new progression system that was going to be implemented in 1.37. I had no idea that it was even a thing until the developer diary for it came out. Because most of the posts that are made on this forum that are controversial or get heated end up getting shut down and then nothing gets done. Too much hype can be a bad thing. And having your expectations too high for developers and games alike can also just make it more stressful for you. I know it made it a little bit more stressful than it needed to be for me about War Thunder, because I was expecting War Thunder. And War Thunder still has problems that should be addressed.
A 34 series MiG-3,
Glorious fascisti killer laser death beam,
the 1946 IL-10 attacker aircraft,
fascisti tank murder death rocket punch IL-10 model.
Hello, my name is Gregor Wargaming, and over the course of a year or so, I made a bunch of videos making fun of a Russian-developed online game. That montage there was more or less my brief history with the game to get everyone watching this reacquainted with a few things. And obviously, if you look at the title of the video, it has nothing to do with movie reviews, TV reviews, or anything of that effect. And the reasoning is, well, this video will explain. Again, it mainly had to do with logistics. So, I entered that Brave New World highly ambitious and with a big plan, but I didn't really have the means to execute that plan. There were certain things that kept me from going through with it in the way that I wanted to. And I know that some of you guys are really tired of me giving excuses, and that's perfectly understandable. As I'm very well aware that I have been meandering after a relatively popular stint with the channel's theme, following that first upload, the patch overview, the correct version of 1.41 that came out almost over a year ago now. And the older fans amongst you may recall the Russian Bias podcast that I was running on a weekly as possible basis, sometimes with my buddy and fellow wargame enthusiast Matt, as we tried to make this sort of community, the World of Tanks, War Thunder, etc. community, as a discussion base. However, when that went south, in terms of popularity, I was forced to reassess the way I was doing things. I didn't think I could really do much more with the show, because the show simply wasn't gaining in popularity. In fact, as I said in other outlets, it was losing popularity. So those kind of analytics, while some of it may look at it and go, oh, what's the big deal, just do what your heart tells you. These are things that I have to take into account, because in order to get anything out of my work in the long run, in the future, I have to build a support base. And a reasonably sized one, at least. And I didn't, I started this channel with very, not with a really ambitious mindset. It was like, okay, so I like this game, I'm bored, I'll make videos about this game. And eventually, I turned the channel into a means for me to basically get my ideas out there in regards to how War Thunder was being developed, because I wanted the game to do well. I liked it a lot. yeah, I mean, it's something I think anybody else would have done if they'd been given the position to do it. So what the hell happened to the entertainment gig? That was something of a, again, doing what my heart tells me to do kind of thing. And like I said, I eventually did run into problems there logistically, forcing me once again to reevaluate the way I was going about it. So I thought long and hard about it, and I did a lot of reading, and I did a little bit of research. And I eventually decided, if I wanted to take this really seriously, that instead of trying a completely new approach with the same subscribers and fans that I had garnered, you guys, from the Gaijin parodies and stuff like that, I would build upon that already existing base and go from there with subject matter that is not only feasible for me to cover, but is entertaining to you guys. So I went back to the drawing board again and I started from scratch. And I looked at how my few one-hit wonders got popular and why the people who did like my content liked my content. Why the people who didn't like my content didn't like my content. How the ratio weighed itself out in my favor. You know, those two popular videos, the patch overviews, they're the most controversial ones, I'm aware of that. They're very polarizing. However, because there's an element of response bias, talking about bias, when it comes to online communities that I'm aware of, because the people who like me a lot are going to mention that in the comments and say, hey, I wholeheartedly agree with this, and the people who really, really don't like it are also going to mention that and say, you know, this is stupid. The people in between, not so much. But I had an epiphany of sorts. Because there were many factors in those videos getting hot. Right place at the right time, primarily. I couldn't put those videos up on Reddit and get the same reception now as it did back then, right? Because not enough people are going and looking for patch 1.41. That's not me complaining about the community, it all has to do with traffic and when people are looking for certain kinds of content. But guess what? If you type in War Thunder patch 1.41, and you see what's on the front page of the search bar, or the search results on YouTube, if you scroll down just a little bit, guess what you find? That's a significant thing to note. So what the hell am I talking about? What does this mean? Well, it means a few things. Chiefly, I realize that, you know, you guys like video games. War Thunder still pisses some of you guys off, and believe me, it still pisses me off. But we play other things too. It's a hobby. Something that you're interested in, something that you're invested in to a certain degree. There's lots of games gaining traction right now, and I think we're in for a pretty exciting year come 2016, and even this fall. The point is, I've decided, for sake of practicality, I've decided to go back to the gaming aspects of this channel and kick it up a little bit. Kick it up a notch. The theme is Wargaming by air, land, and sea. Again, what the hell am I talking about? Well, I'm talking mainly about World of Tanks, Little Warships, and War Thunder. And we'll get to the snail in the room for a minute. See? Get it? Because Gaijin's logo was a snail. It's all about the kind of games that would fit into that kind of niche. Discussion, commentary, things of that nature. But the essence those videos exhibit remains the same. I'm not dumbing anything down. I'm not trying to appease certain camps of people. I'm just making content about these kinds of video games. I will still have some real talk here and there when it rises to the occasion. But some more examples of games, well, the list is tentative, but it is a good thing to work with, I think. Some games include Fractured Space, Armored Warfare, Dirty Bomb, Insurgency, Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Men at War Assault Squad, Red Orchestra 2, Verdun, PlanetSide 2. And I'm going to be talking about the new AAA stuff coming out as well. So that could mean Black Ops 3, Star Wars Battlefront, Titanfall 2, update-related things happening on the test server for World of Tanks and things of the like. So it's a little bit of everything. But quite honestly, I'm still sort of going to be doing what I was already doing. It's just going to be a little more organized. So if you want to simplify, think of the content that I've made before with some extra stuff. And who knows, Slava Slav might make a return here and there. I appreciate everyone's patience in this. Thank you so much for watching and listening to what I have to say. More details will come in time. But I think this video coming up in a couple seconds here should give you an idea of what's going to be taking place. Take care, folks. Stay on target.
You do it now,
That's right, the Czechs not only make good beer, but they also had some interesting tank designs built during the mid-20th century that are now coming to World of Tanks. It's jokingly called the furry taco, but in practical use, it's just about as effective as a furry taco. This game is action-oriented space combat done right, none of that EVE Online spreadsheet crap.
I would want to know what it's really about and what their values are as people to more adequately understand this community. Other than that, I have no personal
Game.
That's the best response I could have hoped for. I'd like to thank you for letting me do this TED Talk, and in 2070, out their agencies.
Wait, what?
You're a fucking peasant. Shove your opinion up Ramj's ass, because both of you are plebs who think they understand the game but in reality know nothing.
Oh, really? Oh, well. Everyone is critic